Hi, everybody. We would like to share with you a little bit about what this episode is going to be on. And primarily, we're going to talk with you about our rigging work. So we had to get the sails off, go get the rigging done, and put the sails back on. And there was also a wee bit of an event that happened on our way up there. So you definitely want to stay tuned for what that event is.
Yeah, way up there, or right there.
Right.
Anyway.
There.
Yeah.
And
dramatic event.
A very dramatic event. A heart-stopping event.
And actually so dramatic that we didn't film it, but we need to kind of reenact kind of deal.
We didn't film it because the battery died. So apologies for that, but we'll find a way to show it.
Funny how battery dies. They all die.
They all die.
They all die.
Spoiler alert. And to tell you a little bit, if you haven't seen the prior episodes as to why we're rigging the boat, you might want to tune in to episode, what was it, 4 last week?
Yes.
Where we talked about our decision to re-rig. But we had a rigging inspection done, just to summarize for you, and in the rigging inspection they noted a couple of slight cracks, which is not a good thing to do serious sailing on,
Right.
especially as we head further south and take the boat away from the coast. We really didn't want any wee little cracks in the rigging.
Nothing at all.
Right. And then, especially because our long-term plan is to go do a transatlantic crossing. So we decided to re-rig the boat.
Yeah.
So
And the fact that it was 10, 11 years old, so we
It's
thought it was time to change it.
Yeah, as do a lot of insurance companies, by the way.
Correct. So
That's what this week is about. Come join us and enjoy the video.
enjoy the ride. And grab yourself a cup of coffee if it's morning, glass of wine if it's evening.
The morning setup.
Oh, good morning. Time to get rolling because some weather is going to come in from that passing hurricane that's down south now.
Erin is coming from breakfast.
In a few days. We need to get the sails down because we're getting the boat re-rigged next week, and I work for a couple of days.
Right.
The day before, so anyway, we don't want to wait till the last minute. We're doing the sails, we're getting the
boom
boom
off.
bang, the boom, all the electrical disconnected.
Yeah. So they're ready to just pick up the mast and go. So there. That's what we're doing today. Yes, I know. Terrible.
Before the wind really picks up.
We were going to go sailing, but no.
Still unloading and packing or unpacking and getting stuff organized on board, figuring out all the things that we can get rid of still. The constant purging from land life. We thought we really purged, and then we thought we purged again, and now we're purging some more, and we really didn't have that much stuff. But on a question...
I think we had a whole lot of stuff. Because it's like...
We didn't have that compared to a lot of people on land. We didn't
On
have
land,
that much.
but on a boat, usually people kind of shrink things up.
We've been trimming for sure. But with the 5 cats and dog, it's trimming a little bit more
Right.
untrimmable.
I hear something funny.
Anyway, so we gotta get the sails down today so that we can get all the other stuff done before...
Erin comes for breakfast.
Riggers here, the rigging company here is a very, very reputable, very skilled team. And so we're actually quite fortunate to get in with the company here to get the rigging done.
Right.
I feel really good about that as opposed to really not knowing who we're working with. If you're wondering what I'm doing, my puppy and I have a little routine with his vitamins because he spits them out of his food, but he lets me put them down his throat. So
Yeah.
we're good on that.
Shove it way down the throat. Nice.
Well, it's...
And as you can see, the crew is a little annoying because they're hungry first thing in the morning. Usually it's 5:30, so they do get up early. And now they start to walk around the counter. Could you not, please? So, dog bowl, cat bowls. Michelle has her tea.
And our little picky eater Walter
He's not, well, yes,
seems to do best if he has some chicken and then he eats his food. So what seems to work best for him is some chicken and then his dry. And that seems to help keep his tummy in check because he tends to have a tummy that goes off when he's stressed. or nervous, or
Or the weather's not right.
or the weather's not right, or a certain crowd is passed in a certain way.
Right. Gotta get my sea legs back. Nifty little dog bowl holder. These two parts go together. We got that in Golden somewhere. It was on Etsy, wasn't it?
It was on Etsy.
Yeah.
And then you made, that's the one that you made.
I made that one because the other one snapped apart. We're a little rough on gear. So if you have gear out there that needs to be tested, send it over. As you've seen the increase in meowing, it gets louder and more frequent.
So we haven't done homemade food in a while because everything's been so busy and so crazy, but I will get back to that, and when I do, I can
Film that.
show you a bit more about how we do the homemade food. I especially do that for the cats. But now that we're on board
Little
and
monsters. Excuse me, little
our
monster.
big bear Hugo dog is gone, I may go back to doing more for Walter too. It was too much for both dogs.
That was a bit much.
I do have a high-powered
High-powered?
vitamin mix to boost up the commercial food, which we buy pretty high-quality commercial food when we do give them commercial food. But this vitamin mix has lots of good stuff in there for them, like lots of brewer's yeast and lecithin and some bone meal for extra protein, kelp powder for minerals, and a little bit of vitamin C. So everybody stays very healthy with very beautiful coats. Once things are a little bit more organized, we can do a full boat tour for you. This is what, day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
She has to count the days of the week.
It's day 6 on board our boat.
Luckily, there's not much more days than that because she ran out of fingers and then she got to start counting on her toes. And as you can see, this recipe is very complicated. A little bit of wet food, a little bit of dry food. All right, quiet down. Jeez. Now it's getting really loud and obnoxious. All right, Nosy, off on the ground.
So we get the cats going before we get Walter going, because otherwise the cats get in Walter's face. And he's very polite, but he backs off and then he stops eating. And since feeding Walter can be a challenge, we don't want that to happen.
Yes, boys, watch the quietness. Come here.
Or watch the noise turn to quiet.
Et voila.
Wally, come on. Junior's in his way.
Oh shoot. Ready, set, go.
All hands on the tiller! Quick, drop the sail!
Right, give it to me.
This is what the boat looks like today. We were gonna go some touch and goes, but somehow the bow thruster was not working. Thank God we tested it. Hi, Michelle. What are you doing, Michelle?
I'm holding the mattress up
Why?
because Dennis has to see if he can reset the bow thruster battery
Which is
in the forward,
down
underneath the bed,
here,
in the far forward compartment of the mattress.
underneath everything. You see that big fat button there? Yeah, that's it. See, there's batteries everywhere. There's a bow thruster right there. And yeah, so I'm gonna go upstairs, see, something went click when I touched it.
So let's hope.
Let's hope.
So there's
that
still
clicks.
stuff everywhere. We just tried to secure it so that we could move the boat to have Dennis practice some touch and goes at the dock before we have to bring it in for rigging.
And a bow thruster would be useful.
And a bow thruster would be useful. So there's still stuff everywhere. Started finding good homes for everything, but still lots and lots to put away and organize. So this has been a bit challenging. So the battery has a charge.
Yeah.
And it's not, you can see that it's charged?
Yep.
But it's not starting.
Correct. Something is not working.
And what did Mike say about this?
That you just push the plunger and that resets the 24-volt switch. It seems to trip though.
I heard
every
a double
time.
click. That's
Yeah.
a trip?
I think that's a tripping. Boat life. Gotta love it.
So what's not working?
We have no clue. It's the bow thruster, which is fairly important to come alongside.
Right, but we called the very nice former owner, and they had changed the inverter to charge the battery to the bow thruster. So the batteries are charged, so that's not it.
Yep.
But there's no,
Lights on the inverter.
and we don't know if there should be lights or not. What was the fix, Dennis?
Turning the engine on.
But we had the engine on at first.
But the switch was off. Like we had to do the breaker, but to do the breaker, you had to have the engine on, redo the breaker, and then it's operational.
And to redo the breaker, we had to take the whole bed apart.
Correct. And to take
Okay.
the bed apart, we had to take everything out.
And then once we took the bed apart, we didn't turn the engine back on. So then when you turn the engine on, now it's working.
That's correct.
We thought ensuring the engine on would allow the bow thruster to work. But we later learned that that was not the problem or the fix. Let's take a bit of a break from all the rigging work and what was going on with the bow thruster or what wasn't going on with the bow thruster. We'd like to share with you a little bit more on Newport. And one of the things that we got to watch and experience while we were here was the Sail Newport facility, which is right here where the Fort Adams State Park is. It is a sailing and learning center that offers all sorts of programs to the community and people that come here to learn to sail. It has sailing lessons for adults and children, groups of people. They do summer camps all summer long with really young kids up through older kids. They even have a program called Sail to Prevail, which is a program for people with disabilities where they take folks with disabilities out on the sailing dinghies and teach them about the world of sailing and how to sail. We'd like to tell you a little bit about what happened on the day we went to get the mast de-stepped and get the rigging job started. So unfortunately, it was a battery dying kind of day, and the battery on the camera that we had running went kaput. So we unfortunately do not have footage. Kaput. We unfortunately do not have footage of this great event.
Yes.
So we will share with you a little bit about it.
Sorry, my dog is digging into me. All right. Thank you. Carry on.
Walter, you want to talk to the folks a little bit about what happened? Oh.
The wind's blowing. Sorry.
As we pulled into the marina and the boatyard, we were approaching the work dock, and behind us were a slew of very expensive $1 million power yachts.
Right.
And as we got closer and closer and closer,
Dun, dun,
dun dun dun, kaput!
Talk about dead in the water.
Our battery went kaput.
Right.
The boat
Engine stopped.
The engine stopped. We were
And we were drifting towards
the $1 million
boats.
power yachts behind us. So we were totally dead in the water, and Dennis, being captain extraordinaire, was very calm. He said to the crew on the docks, "We are dead in the water." And they were fantastic. This is New England Boat Works in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and they jumped in their skiffs and scurried onto the $1 million yachts to fend us off. And just as we got closer and closer, Captain Extraordinaire went ding, great idea, raced up forward, dropped the anchor, and stopped us in our tracks.
Right.
So then they came and got us and towed us to the work dock. And then we started the rigging
Which
job.
the day was saved.
The day was saved, as were our boat and the $1 million yachts.
Yeah.
So Dennis, do you want to talk a little bit about the battery and the starter battery and what it does on this boat, and clue us back into the impact on the bow thruster?
Well, basically was basically the issue for the bow thrusters, because everything is coming back to the console, the main console. So if there's no power from that battery, that's the explanation I got from the electrician. If there's no power from the main battery, nothing at the console is working, which the button for the bow thrusters are at the console. So I'm assuming, or he's assuming, that that had to do with the issues with the bow thrusters, because we got that nice brand new battery and everything is working perfectly fine.
Bow thruster runs whenever we turn the engine on, and the charging system is doing better as well.
Correct.
There had been some kind of tweaky things with the charging system, so there were these little clues, but we didn't realize until it all went kaput.
We didn't clue in.
No, we didn't clue in. So now we know, and one of the issues is the battery was getting a little old, but with moving on board, we were up and down with the transom. And so one of the things we realized, and I think Dennis mentioned in a prior video, that we really want to look at a separate power source for the transom.
Right.
And we try very hard now not to up and down. And if we turn the engine on to up or down, we leave it on for a bit, to keep
the battery
RPMs
charging a little bit. Because if you just start it, drop the tailgate or the transom, then shut the power off, then it hasn't had time to replenish the battery for the power you've used. So it's a good idea to probably run it longer, or what I'm planning on doing is probably putting it on its own power system. Maybe its own little battery that if it goes kaput it is.
So that's the story of the day we went up to get the mast de-stepped. Here's a little bit of footage showing you about the de-stepping of the mast and, of course, the replacement of the battery.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, please remember to click like and subscribe when you're done watching the video.
Or you could do it right now. We'll wait.
I wonder what... Oh, I missed that. Show us again. I missed it. What did you find, Dennis? A bone. We found a bone inside the mast, like a little chicken bone. So I don't know what was living in there, or where on earth whatever was living in there got in there.
Well, this is what it looked like inside our mast, I guess. Somebody lived there.
Well, for today's workout.
Battery lifting 101.
She looks so strange without the stick. There's no stick.
Morning. So tomorrow morning we're going to get our mast put back on with our rigging, all new stuff. But today we got to get ready. So we got to get the engine checked, check the oil, check the coolant, check to see if it's running. Because last time we went, it was not running that morning. And go figure. My wife said the day before, "You don't think you should start the engine, see if it's gonna run?" I said, "Nah, it's fine. It always ran." And guess what? That very morning, nothing. Battery's dead. So I learned my lesson. Always listen to wife. First rule in life. Anyway, you should go get yourself a coffee, because before we start, we're gonna get the maintenance on that done. We're gonna run it, and then we're gonna check the generator, make sure that's all up to par. I want to check again the coolant and the oil and so on and so forth, and maybe run it a little bit. We've been running the generator quite a bit without checking the oil every day, so it's a good idea once in a while to do that before somebody tells me to do it. All right, let's go and do that. Now this is what I'm talking about the engine being so far back. You see that? That's the engine way back there. That's amazing. It's like there's so much room in there, I could have a party. Oh, I might at one point want to change that water pump. He did say there was a leak in here, and I can't see it, but it's pretty dry, and I don't see any water dripping down it. So I'm not sure if the leak is sealed. Maybe you guys could see it. Can you see that down there? If I put my light back here, I got my cat jumping on my back. Now just for fun, can you see back there? Can you see this cat? Okay. All right, so a little corrosion on the legs. Not too bad. So the oil's good, the coolant's good. the filter is good. You see it in there too? And that's the generator filter. So everything else looks in pretty good shape, ready to go for tomorrow. The next thing I'll do, it's probably start it. These guys are all going out for the race this morning.
So where are we going? What are we doing?
We're getting our mask put back on.
Just the mast?
Oh, the rigging. Wait.
And then what happens?
Then we can go sailing.
Well, first, what else do we have to put back?
Okay.
The sails.
Oh yeah, sails.
Need to put the sails back up.
Yeah.
The anchor, the new anchor and chain are coming in. We'll have to show you all that and explain what we got. And
We're looking at it. This anchor looks puny.
it is puny.
Yeah.
It's a 45-pound anchor for a 47-foot boat.
Here comes the mast. The mast gets put back on. Sails will go back on. Okay, folks. Here we are on the bow. We're about to put the front sail up, which is the jib. We kind of sort of new at this because we haven't done this in 20 years. So please be patient.
All right, so Lazy Jacks 101. We obviously don't understand it.
But not without glitches, naturally, as I let go of one of the Lazy Jack lines, which basically are the lines that holds the sail in place, and it went flying up the mast with the wind. So the next day I was going up the mast with the help of my trusty assistant Michel, which hauled me up. And yes, it was windy, as you can tell. Alright, well, enough rambling about the sailboats and the sails and all the mistakes we've made. So I'm going to let you admire some of the beautiful landscape around, well, landscape and seascape around this Rhode Island. Thank you. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us. And then a thumbs up helps too. Hey, what the heck? Put in a comment or two. Let us know how we went wrong, what we did right, if we did anything right. All right, have a good one.
So if there's no picture, does that mean it's filming?
Yeah, it looks like the red light is... Oh, because you got the cover on.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, folks.
Yay.
Maybe I'll sleep in it. Whoa. Something went boom. Oh, it's the water thing. Better pick.
Hi, yeah, there. Now, her end or skin is past. Ursula,